switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings to the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like.
With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Check it in. Check Mike 45. Not today, you are. Not today. Sponge. No. Shoot. Check 43. Middle. Check 3.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Check 4. 56. Tighten up.
Now Allen off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ndamukong Suh in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
45 is the mark.
And here's Allen. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Check. Check 45 the mic. Here I come again. Check.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Box drop. 45. Mike, 45.
Allen operating from the gun. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 50. Check 50. Here we go. Even. Check hot, bro. Hot.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On second down, it's Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Caught. It's Ellington. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Allen to throw it. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now Leonard Fournette. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Round 80. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the pass. Watch. Hey, tight. Watch safety creep. Watch. Hey, tight. Safety's creeping. Back.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Check. Alert. Hey, wahoo.
Allen going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Davis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
It's just me and you.
Now Winston. And that's complete. It's Allington. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check, check. Go, go, go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out comes the Bucs free agent signee Bradley Pinion to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
I'm coming for you, son. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
On the ground, Richard. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
That's what I do. Switch. Switch. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. 56, 56. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And able to find Conley. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because You got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Check. Hey, home. You. Hey, Zoo. Check my 45. Ain't no.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
45. Mike. Hey, Haywood. 45 is the five wide.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Allen off the play fake. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Bo Allen. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Check. Lucky. Regular.
Now Allen. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Ready? Black 25. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Flip it. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. Flush to his right. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
45's the mic.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Round 80! 45. I got it. Shit! Pass.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Whip. Watch the whip. Time. Hey, if you kill it, motion.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by M.J. Stewart. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
What you just saw there, 1st-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 7. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 36, Winston. Buying time to his left. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. Thomas, the intended target. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here I come.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Watch right. Okay, double up.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Conley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Tilden Smith with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Jameis to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Hey, check 24. Slant. Follow.
From the gun, Winston. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come up.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who got...
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. To the right side and complete to Thomas. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Ready? Clock 25. Here we go, G. Hey, it's just me and you. It's your...
1st down, Winston. And break, the tight end's got it. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. There's Winston. And Winston lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Fournette on the counter. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And they open the lead up now to 25. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They go to Johnson again. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A big run there by Johnson, and even 50 yards.
50 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Barber on 1st and 10. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Second and goal at the 3-yard line.
And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield. Second and goal. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield. Second and goal.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Hey, 3. 5 on the 50. 5 up.
To throw, Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but now it's 3rd and goal. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hey, watch this, watch this.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. David Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Fournette, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd and 4.
Mike, 45. One lower. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Bravo. 45 is the mic. Alert. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days. Offensive lineman.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Telvin Smith in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Winston. Underneath, he's got Brait. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
47's the mic, boy, 47. Green, triple team. It's a party now. Easy, easy, easy. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. It's been a long day for you. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Come on. Sunday.
The Bucs go for it. It's Winston.
You got that. You got that.
And it is incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Hey, check Mike 45. Half.
Now Allen to throw on 3rd down. Out to Cole on the right side. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on.
A 31-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambo is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. Now Winston. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
A gain of 15.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A first down throw for Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Pass from Winston into the hands of Brait. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40.
A gain of 15.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Ready. Black 25 behind. 52. Know your job.
Jameis now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job. Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Jameis again. It's caught at the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Telvin Smith. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
You can't stop me.
Down and goal.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Winston now. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Now he goes spin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Andre Ellington, his first carry. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
Mike, 45. I'm coming. I'm coming.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Jacksonville, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, there will be no perfect season here as the win streak to start the year ends at 11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
go back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash and love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But it, you know I'm down to win. Sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the